kick it off, which I didn't see a comment, which means MVP doesn't watch. So
I meant to ask. I forgot.
Now we're not going to play your music anymore.
Yep, sorry, it's over.
It's all over. As you're getting yourself set up, I am 4-8 right now.
Yeah.
On my picks.
I'm not much better. It's funny because we actually had a few like different games last week, and we both so far 4-8. So like we both were wrong on both.
If I remember correctly, it was definitely the Thursday night game because I went against my better judgment. We'll get into it.
Yeah.
And then I think it was the Ravens-Lions, potentially, was the other game.
That one, I got that one wrong for sure. I don't know why I took the Chargers. I feel like I think I stupidly believed in Herbert. You know, I think I said, like, oh, he's finally going to have that big game, and he didn't.
Yep.
So, yeah, definitely got that one wrong.
But there was, I think even when we were making the picks last week, we were like...
We had a hard time.
We had a hard time. It was like, there's a lot of games that could go either way. And I think I had... calculated there was 7 games, I think 7 that were determined by a touchdown or less.
Yep, you're right. Yes.
I mean, so you're 4-8, you could be 8-4, but here we are.
Yep, we blew it. You know what? You win some, you lose a lot.
You lose a lot, especially like. So I don't know. We'll get into the Thursday night game.
And also, it's like, you know, you pick a game like I don't know if you took the Browns or the Colts, but it literally wound up being a game of backup quarterbacks. And the score was 49. What was it, 38-39? It's like you never know.
Right.
You never know. And that's the best part. That's the fun part about the league. Any given Sunday.
But and honestly, some of the games were close that shouldn't, or we didn't expect to be close, and then there was ones that we expect to be close that weren't.
Yep.
So very odd week. So we'll just kick off the Thursday night game. I picked the Saints. I don't know why. They have failed me. Them and the Colts have failed me big time. I keep cashing in on these guys, and I keep doubting the Jags. But I figured Saints at home on a Thursday night game, Carr should be able to pull this one out. And they had a shot in the end zone.
Yep.
And a big swing and a miss.
Yeah, it's funny because I was upset because I wanted that. And we initially saw the spread of -3. The Jags were the underdog. I immediately thought that seems... We said that for a couple of games too. These lines are weird. So that tells me like what are the in Vegas like what do the sharps know? Like the guys saying the lines like what is it? Is someone going to be hurt or missing or something? But the Jaguars went out ahead 14-0. I immediately knew I blew it. I should have picked that one, but I shied away and I complained to you via text like 4 times. But I shied away because it's Thursday Night Football and literally it was an ugly game. I mean, how many muff punts were there? 2. You know,
it was ugly.
Like, what's going on here? What's going on?
But the Saints had opportunities they tied it, then they gave up a horrible touchdown, and then they had a chance at the end to tie it. And it's like, it's right in your fucking hands, dude. I don't know. I mean, maybe it's now I'm paying a little bit more attention. I'm seeing a lot of fucking drop balls.
Yeah.
Like even some throws that maybe weren't great throws, but you get your fucking hands on it.
Yeah.
Like Devontae Parker a couple weeks ago. The Saints had one. Washington just had one.
Yeah, the 4th down, Yep. It was in his hands. It was a little behind him, but you got to make that catch. And, you know, so when I played flag football, you get the gloves, and those things are sticky as hell. I can only imagine how sticky the NFL ones are. Like I just bought like a Nike one from Dick's. I'm assuming theirs are even better.
Yeah.
How are you not catching that?
I don't know. Yeah, because I've tried those on, and they
yeah. Oh yeah.
They have a lot of grip
I imagine you get like a fresh glove every game. I don't know how it works, but they're very sticky.
Fucking throw us out there at this point.
Yeah,
what the
seriously.
fuck? You're getting paid millions of dollars and you're dropping balls in your fucking hands.
I've made some sick catches in flag football.
Also, you're finally show off your T-shirt. You're finally wearing your Providence Steamroller T-shirt after
Providence Steamroller
6 weeks.
The original New England NFL champions, 1928. Never forget. I wish
defunct.
Yep. Not to be confused with the NBA franchise, Providence Steamroller, who have the worst winning percentage in the history of the National Basketball Association. Shout out Providence Steamroller.
We just ride that wave.
But shout out Joe for getting me the shirt at the. I don't even know what the store was, but you text me, and I think it was the fastest I ever sent a Venmo.
Because you've always mentioned that. When every time I say that the Redskins are the original home team, you're like, wait. And then I saw that it was like some like Rhode Island themed store during the holidays, and I saw it. I was like, oh no, that's gonna be the one. And I went to another store, and then you texted me back, and then I went back and got it for you. So
I appreciate that. Yeah,
I am so sorry.
It's awesome. I'm a big fan of the history, the local history. It's why I was wearing my Boston Braves hat the other day. Probably steamroller and out of ball. Like I said, the NBA team. It's fun. It's fun stuff, and it's yeah.
If we could, I mean, we don't have much to hang on to anymore besides the Providence Bruins.
Yeah, Providence Bruins and the future.
The Paul Sox.
Yeah, Paul Sox are gone. Although they only moved, I think, I don't know if I said this in the show, but they were 25 minutes away from me. Now they're 35 minutes away, so they're really not that far.
Yeah.
Probably farther for yourself. And then we have the Rhode Island Football Club coming soon, but, people hate soccer.
Yeah, what's going on with that? Because I thought that got delayed or something.
No, well, the stadium got delayed a year, but it's coming in 2025.
Is it?
They're playing at Bryant for their first season. They're already selling like season tickets and stuff.
So they're already playing.
2024, they'll play the first year.
They're just going to play.
They think they're announcing some players soon. They'll be playing in the USL Championship, which is the second tier of soccer, the pyramid in America.
Gotcha. All right.
Yeah.
Well, shout out Rhode Island FC.
Yeah, let's go.
This was a shit game, and I don't know why. Because Fields didn't play, so the Bears beat the Raiders 30-12. Fields didn't play. I don't even know if I knew he wasn't playing. Maybe I did. I don't know. I don't know if I knew he was not playing.
Yeah, we talked about him breaking something. I thought we did.
I thought so too. Well, anyway, I went with the Raiders. I figured Hoyer could pull one out. Chicago I had no faith in, and Chicago fucking throws up 30 on him.
Yeah, I know. I don't know what I was thinking there. Especially because I even joked to you afterwards that like the Raiders should have been your Joker pick because they just beat the Patriots.
It would have been a good pick.
Yeah, and that wasn't. That should have been. My bad. I just pulled the table. That what was it? Regent, the quarterback for the Bears. I was not. He lost to it. Yeah, he lost to a team called like the Colorado Miners of like community college or something like that. And,
no!
Yeah, and he actually played pretty well. Although Dante Foreman had an amazing game. He ran roughshod.
What? Yeah, 3 touchdowns?
Yeah, 3 touchdowns. Yep, that's exactly the kind of game you need when you have a backup quarterback and you need your running back to ball out, as it were.
So that actually, I didn't think about it till now. There was a lot of backup quarterbacks playing that game, and then also the next game, which was the Browns and the Colts. A lot of backup quarterbacks playing.
Yep, and that's why the NFL is so funny because you can have a backup quarterback, you score 30 like the Bears, and then you have another game where it's 2 backup quarterbacks and they almost score 80 together. It's just hilarious. Mm-hmm. It's wild. I
have no faith in the Raiders. I don't even know why I picked them, but
McDaniels,
they got to blow this up after this year.
Yeah, so Bajan, I don't even know how to pronounce it. He threw for 162 yards and a touchdown. A decent game, but Foreman had the 16 carries, 89 yards. McDaniel just, I don't know, man. He's supposed to be, and he is a decent offensive coordinator. You give him the playbook and say, be the coordinator, that's fine. Sure. But the Raiders, he's supposed to be a coordinator, and they scored 12 points. And then I said to you, against the Patriots, after the Saints scored 30 or whatever, I'm like, they scored 3 the next week. I'm like, that's what their offense is. This is the same thing for the Raiders.
Yeah.
So I don't know. McDaniels needs to be gone.
I would assume that they would blow this up, and maybe not, but
Adams is already complaining about targets and stuff like that. So it's only a matter of time.
3 and 4, they look like dog shit.
Yep.
Who did you have in the Browns-Colts game? I picked the Colts. I said it was going to be Gardner's revenge game.
Yep.
305, 2 touchdowns.
I had the Browns. I took the Browns on that one.
Good pick.
Only because I figured Watson is coming back. Not that it mattered because he got hurt. And he's also playing like crap anyway, which is great because he's a piece of crap. So I'm not really...
add him to the list of quarterbacks that you fucking hate.
Put him to the top of the list.
Is he above Rodgers? Like, what's your hate?
He's definitely above. He's definitely above. Rodgers right now is like out of sight, out of mind. I don't see him anymore because he's injured.
Sure.
But like as an actual human being, like Rodgers has never actually done anything that nefarious, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
he's just kind of a douchebag, and full of himself, whatever. But Watson, not only is he a piece of trash, but then he is like this weird, cocky self, and never takes,
Well, Cleveland will humble you, even though they won.
But you'll see it too. They paid him all that money, they 100% guaranteed, and he gets a little nick on his shoulder, and he's like, no, he's out. He's hurt again.
I just said that too. Even though they did win that game, they're 4-2. I'm not sold on him, and I was like, they paid him all that fucking money.
And then
like,
just their defense just played so well against the 49ers, and they gave up 38 against the Colts. So I don't know, man. You can do a lot of things with the number one defense, but giving up 38 to the Colts is odd.
Yeah, I mean, it was such a back and forth fucking game too, and I was like, oh, the Colts are gonna pull it out. They're gonna pull it. I will say this too. I was digging their helmets.
I know that was pretty slick. I like that color.
Like it's almost like the Titans one.
Yeah,
sort of. But I like that color scheme. I was like, it should be like a full time joint.
Yeah, I'll get to that again in the Patriots. So they had a fashion choice which I highly approved of.
See, it's not just football here. It's a fashion show too. It's whatever you want.
Fashion show at lunch.
Before I take a sip of my water,
skipping over the next two.
Yeah, I picked another team that I continue to pick.
Yep.
For no fucking reason is the Buccaneers, and they were a joker pick one week, and then I've picked them the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
They are like the Colts, and then whatever other team I just said, the Raiders or somebody else I keep fucking thinking.
I think I remember talking about this game and saying that when it's two teams that are very similar, I typically just go with the home team, and I'm pretty sure that's what I did here, and it was a very similar, 16-13, blah. That's about as blah football game as you can get.
Yeah.
Although, I can get, if there's some good plays in there, good defense, I'm all for a good defensive game. But there's a difference between a good defensive game and just like a, crap fest. The weird thing about this game is that Robinson, their rookie stud, running back, barely played. Then after the game, he said he had a headache.
Yeah, it was odd. They said, was he benched?
All I heard was headache. And now I don't want to discount migraines because I know they can be literally debilitating.
Sure.
But it does seem odd. And he wasn't on any injury report. The big thing for injury reports is mostly for Vegas to set the lines and stuff like that. Right. So that's why the NFL takes that stuff so seriously. But it'll be interesting. And they did say, I think they said they were gonna look into it because he barely played. I think he got like 1 or 2 touches. So
maybe it was like a Scottie Pippen migraine deal. You never know. But yeah, they said that, was he benched or like I don't know.
Definitely something to keep an eye on. That Falcons team, I feel like they should be better with their offensive weapons, but they're not. And the Buccaneers, Mike Evans had another great game. But 3-3, 4-3, yeah, they're two middling teams.
Yeah, they're like the same. They're like mirror images of each other. Oh, look, here we go. We gotta show Taylor Swift again.
Oh yeah.
Oh my
Talk
god.
About fashion.
Fucking was it CBS?
Yeah.
They are fucking the worst. Get your fucking shit together.
Yeah.
Fucking even on a highlight, they're showing her doing patty cake with Mahomes' fucking wife or some bullshit.
Yeah,
what are we doing?
That definitely seemed a little premeditated. I don't care for that. I'm not care for that.
No. That's why I posted something the other day. It was Al Michaels.
Oh yeah.
He said that he's not doing Access Hollywood. Shout out Al Michaels. Fuck yeah, dude. Next game. This was one where
I'm so upset by this.
I felt bad. It's like the Jags. I felt bad picking against the Lions because they're doing so well, but I'm like, it's Lamar at home, and I got shit for that.
Yeah.
For picking the Ravens.
Really? Wow, that was a good pick. I think I told you I was going to pick the Lions till the wheels fell off, and the wheels certainly fell off in that game.
In that game, for sure. What was it? Did they just did they get a touchdown, or was it just 2 field goals?
I think they got the touchdown on the 2. They went for the 2-point
conversion. Yeah,
because Gibbs got the touchdown. Gibbs, their running back stud, had a good game, but it was garbage time touchdown. I played 2 Lions in fantasy this week. We'll get to it later. I had a lot of buys this week, so I played Laporta, who actually had a decent game, and then I played Jameson Williams, who's like the long ball guy, and he got 0.
Yep.
So they were just completely plastered.
Lamar looked good, 357, 3 touchdowns. It was, I wasn't watching that game, but I kept seeing it was like 14-0, 21-0, 28-0. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
I picked the Ravens, but I didn't expect it to be to that level.
And the Ravens
destroying them.
Ravens are a sneaky 5-2. They could be, they lost to the Steelers, right? So they could be 6-1. Oh, yeah, it was a division. Yeah, so they sneaky 5-2. Harbaugh is always going to have a minute. He's always going to coach a good game. And Lamar can be a little streaky sometimes. He's putting up MVP numbers right now, but sometimes he gets in his own head and things fall apart. So keep an eye on that team for sure.
They are quietly 5-2.
Yeah.
They are under the radar for sure.
Yep.
And again, they look good against the Lions. The Lions were 5-1.
Yeah, that's true. Yep.
Another team I have no faith in that I keep picking is the fucking Rams. And the fucking Steelers call for bye, come in and beat the Rams at home 24-17. They're a team that's 4-2 now.
Yeah.
The Rams are 3-4.
Yeah. Steelers are 4-2, which is surprising. I think last week I got their record wrong because I thought they were worse than they are, but their point differential is minus 24.
Yeah.
So they're not, I mean, they're 4-2, but they're not a good 4-2, a good team, you know.
No.
They remind me of last year's Vikings, where they have a good record, but they're pulling out some close ones.
Right.
This is their, at least 2 games they've won by 1 possession. I still have no faith in Kenny Tiny Hands McGee. We'll see. You know, maybe can have him continue to prove me wrong. But the Rams, Puka Nacua had another amazing game. But
the Rams have more weapons. They should be better than they are.
They should be, yeah.
But again, that year that they won it, I had all the faith in the world in them.
Yeah.
Now I just don't.
Something tells me that they obviously they sold the farm to get the Super Bowl, which we've talked about before,
Mm-hmm.
and now I feel like they just don't have, you know, they don't have the depth. I don't know. They don't have what they used to have, and they're not getting it done. So
3-4, not looking good, especially to a team like the Steelers.
Yeah, not in that division with the 49ers, who are going to probably run away with that division. So yeah.
I don't remember how close I was on the podcast, but I was close in my brain compartment of picking the Cardinals because I was like, it's one of those games you just never know. And
yeah, division can be tough.
It didn't matter. Seahawks win 20-10 over the Cardinals. Again, though, we keep saying it. They are fighting. Yeah. I feel like Dobbins is trying.
Mm-hmm. He's playing for a contract, like, you know, probably a backup job, I'm guessing, next year.
Like a Heineke type deal.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
I think he deserves a spot in this league. I've seen him in a few different games, and he can play.
He can get another job and get a spot start here or there if someone gets hurt. But yeah, they're definitely fighting. But I think they're those first few weeks, I think, took a lot out of them. And now that you're gonna really just see them take a nosedive. You know, they got their big win at home against the Cowboys. And you know, at this point, what else is there?
Draft.
No, exactly. Yeah,
yeah.
Especially with the Bears having those first 2 picks.
That's fucking.
We'll see what happens. Too. Although, really interested in the draft because I mean, I sent you that screenshot of Mr. Caleb Williams' numbers against the top 25, and they're not great. So, I actually tried to watch, especially with us doing the show. I tried to watch some college football. I watched Nix for Oregon, the guy from Penn State. Who none of them really did anything for me. I don't know if it's because it's college football or what, but I wasn't seeing a lot. Nix actually wasn't terrible with Oregon, but Oregon's known for their fast offense.
Yeah. But we've had that conversation in the past too about the USC quarterback. So it's like as they kept saying about Caleb Williams, like I don't know, it's a USC quarterback.
Yep. Carson Palmer, like you called out earlier when we were texting, and Matt Castle. That's it. Matt Castle barely even played for them. He was like a backup.
I know who else was there that.
Sanchez? Is he USC?
I think he was. Yeah.
Sanchez, Leinart.
Matt Leinart, yeah.
And I want to say there's one more in there somewhere. Darnold. Darnold was USC, wasn't he?
Sam Darnold?
No, he was Penn State.
Yes, I don't think he played at USC.
Yeah, I think you're right.
But there's another one that was like a bigger name, I guess, at one point.
I'm gonna look it up because it's gonna bother me.
Fair enough.
But you, please.
Okay, sure. I will continue while you look that up. Broncos beat the Packers 19-17. Again, I could envision that happening, but because I have zero faith in Peyton and Russ, I was like, yeah, fuck it. Packers are coming off a bye. They could go in and steal that one. I just have no faith in what Denver does. But again, the Packers haven't found their own identity.
Yeah.
They're 2-4. They just don't have an identity.
Right. Matt Barkley was the other quarterback we were thinking of.
There you go.
The Packers are bad. What's that all about? They're bad. They're a bad team.
I thought because Jordan Love was in the system that it could just be like a Brett Favre to Aaron Rodgers type deal. He knows the offense. Mm-hmm. He's been in the system. He was a backup to a Hall of Famer. I could see it where there was an easier transition. Maybe they're not as good, but maybe they could still get a playoff spot or wild card or something. And they're 2-4, and they look dead in the water.
Yeah. I gotta say, I think Aaron Rodgers' first season they went 7-9. So his first season they weren't anything special. And he had a good year, 4,000 yards, 28 touchdowns, 13 interceptions. So it wasn't a bad season or anything like that. I can understand like maybe some growing pains. That first game, I was like, oh man, Jordan Love, maybe he's got something. And then I watched the Thursday night with him. And And it's funny. I talked last week about how I watched every team at least once, except for the Buccaneers. Still haven't seen them. Still haven't seen Baker throw a pass.
You're not missing much.
But I've seen Jordan play a little bit, and I'm not really seeing it. And he threw a really ugly interception to end the game. Nothing worse than one of those bombs to triple coverage for no reason whatsoever, which Mac does a lot.
That was on the 3rd and 20.
Yeah.
It was like you didn't need to throw that. You had two plays there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're playing forward. Yeah, it's 4-down territory. I don't know why you're taking that chance.
I couldn't believe that. Yeah, that was a bad throw.
And I think Christian Watson got hurt in that game, so that's his number one weapon. So not looking good for them. I picked the Packers because Broncos have been bad, but Packers might be worse. And now they ruined our hot take, number one hot take. So,
I know. That's why I said it's going to have to wait another week. But again, for them to get a win, they had to play a subpar Packers team, and they had to be at home.
Right.
That's why I was like, I could see this, the way that game played out, I could see it happening, but I picked Denver a couple times, and they fucked me, and I'm all for that hot take, too, so fuck them. Chiefs over the Chargers, 31-17. I believe I picked the Chiefs. It was one of the only 4 games I won. You went with the Chargers.
I did. I don't know what else. Like I said, I thought Herbie would have his game, but Herbie does this. He did this back in college with Oregon. He doesn't really pull out the big ones, or he'll not that he's playing down to the Chiefs, but he would play down teams there. But like when the big games come up, he doesn't play up to his potential. I have him in fantasy, so I have an extra, eye on him, and he wasn't great. And the Chiefs came to play, and they beat up that division. It's stupid.
Yeah, the
Chargers coach if they don't make the playoffs, he's gone after this year. He was almost gone last year, and it's after that comeback, after the Jags came back on them. Yeah, he should be gone. He sucks.
It's one of those like Herbert kind of stepped into the Phillip Rivers.
Yeah, he did.
He's fucking he's good, but the team just isn't good. And it's funny because I was rewatching the Junior Seau documentary on ESPN, and it's like, other than that Super Bowl they went to, they had the same problem.
Yeah,
they just he was a stud. They had some good players during his run. They could never fucking get it going.
Yeah, and that one Super Bowl they went to, they got 49-21. They lost, so not even close.
Not close at all.
And Eckler has not been. He was injured a little bit earlier this year. He had some personal stuff going on, and he has not been the same. So when your number one weapon is not the same, that's tough. And it's also tricky too because he just, and this is why that's why they don't give these running backs these contracts, because he kind of he like held out ish and then got the contract, and now he's bad.
No, it's true. Mahomes went off 424, 4 touchdowns, 1 pick. Kelsey went off. I'm pretty sure I got Kelsey in one of my leagues. 12 catches, 179, 1 touchdown. I don't know how many Taylor Swift appearances in that broadcast. It was CBS. I can only fucking imagine, because just seeing highlights at halftime.
Yeah, they don't. CBS goes hard on the Access Hollywood.
Again, I said this the other day because we were watching the fights, and they'll show like Steven Seagal is sitting in the audience. The UFC, they'll show Steven Seagal, and then he does, do a salute, wave, blah, blah, blah. They'll show other fighters that are there that are sitting ringside, and then that's it. The only other time you see him is if they just happen to be in the cage, but because they're up in the box, you never see him again. So they're intentionally putting her on camera, and we keep fucking talking about it.
We'll see what happens when her movie is out of cinemas. That'll be the telltale sign. You want to go?
I'm embarrassed. I'm so fucking embarrassed for adult women in their 20s and this is like going,
oh dear,
this is going more this direction right now. But there's adult women who dressed up to go to the fucking movie to see this. It's just a concert, but they think they're at the concert. They're in a movie theater. I fucking can't. I can't.
I told you about my cousin who went to all 3 showings, right? I bet she dressed up.
I'm sorry. No, you didn't. How old is your cousin? Is she fucking 10?
She's an adult. We talk about this on this show. Go back and listen, Joe.
Really?
Yes.
She went to all 3. Wait.
She went to all. Not the cousin you know. She went to all
3 shows at Gillette. Wait. Was it one of these things? Because here's the other thing. People were going to the fucking show, and they were going in the parking lot to get tour merch, but they didn't actually go to the concert. They were outside the concert.
And they just listened?
They just listened in the parking lot, but they bought T-shirts because it was like tour merch, and they didn't actually go. Was she in Gillette?
She was there. Oh, she was there. Inside. She was inside. She had a ticket. She had a ticket stuff.
She's older than 10.
She's older than me.
Oh
Oh, yes.
Oh,
yes.
I don't get it. I don't get it. But I went to the movies last week, and people were coming out. There's like adult women that were dressed like they were teeny boppers going to the fucking concert.
I went to the movies this week too. First
Did
time
you?
since 2019.
What did you see? Oh, fuck! I don't even want to fucking hear it. Fucking guy hasn't been to the movies in 4 years, and he goes to see fucking Paw Patrol. Was it good?
Well,
did the kids like it? I don't care if you liked it. Did the kids like it?
Braden enjoyed it.
Okay.
Eventually, he only stayed for like an hour. He didn't finish the whole movie. He like lost interest, but it's only because like one of us said we had to get up to use the bathroom, and he's like, "Oh, I can go." And he said, "You know, sometimes it's actually pretty good." He said, "Sometimes I've had enough dinner. Sometimes I've had enough fun. Sometimes I've had enough movie." I'm like, "Okay, I can't beat that logic."
Did he say
that? Yeah, yeah.
Well,
he's like, "All right, I can't argue with that."
I would. How long was the movie?
It was like an hour and a half. But you know how previews and stuff. It was already going for a little bit. But he was into it. We went to Paw Patrol Live a while back, and he loved that. He was there the whole thing for that. But it was also I think if we went opening night, it would have been different because the kids, kids make it like a party. And the kids are like, "Oh, but yeah, woo!" Yeah. And we were like the only ones in the theater with like one other kid in front, so it didn't have that kind of scene to it.
Gotcha.
But I said we'll watch the rest when it comes to Paramount Plus.
At least you went to the movies.
It was good. I enjoyed it.
Was it just you two? Or did you bring the whole fam?
Yeah. It was the three of us, me, Braden, and Jess. Ella was not there. She did not attend the movie.
I was gonna say that probably wouldn't have been. You would have been out in 10 minutes instead of an hour. See, we went. Take a good look. We're never coming back. Yeah. Fucking White Castle all over again. Oh, God. So my Joker pick, I think if you look at if the spread on this game was 14, you'd be like, oh shit. I don't know if it was as bad as the score was, because I said the Dolphins were going to get humbled this week. That was my not my hot take, but my Joker pick was the Dolphins. They lost by 14. I don't think it was but then again, there was a pick six. So without that pick six, it probably was worse. But the Joker pick, I think, holds true for another week.
It was two that threw the pick six, right? Yeah. No.
No.
I'm sorry. Sorry. Yeah, no, I think humbled is good. All everyone did was talk about how their offense is the great, the best since the greatest show on turf, and they scored 17 points.
And actually, they only scored 10 because of the pick six.
Exactly. You literally just said that. So yeah, they scored 10 points. So yeah, I think that is humbling. And I think Jess's hot take on them holding completely true.
That one's still going.
Their record, the record for teams that they beat, is 5-24. So
right, and then they lost to they lost
Bills,
to the Bills
4-3 and the 6-1. Yeah, so but yeah, they're beating up on bad teams and they're beating good teams. I'm sorry, losing a good team. So not looking good. And not only did they lose, they scored 10 points. The stat that I heard was that he got sacked I think 4 times in the Bills game and then 3 or 5 times in this game. So Tua. So I can see that team immediately getting bounced by a playoff team.
It seems like that. That hot take is still kicking, and I guess they were humbled. They did lose. They only scored 10 points for their offense. AJ Brown went off 10 for 137 and a touchdown.
Yep.
All right. Now, do we go happy then sad?
I think we went sad happy last time, but it's up to you. It's up to you.
You can lead it off.
Oh, thank you.
Unless you want to finish happy, but
no. This is good. This is good stuff. First thought. Gray pants. Loved them.
Do they not do that anymore?
They do the all blue all the time. That's their new. The year Brady left, they did all
really.
They've
done
all blue.
Never fucking picked up on.
It's like they're color rush, but a little bit different. But yeah, they're all blue now, and I don't like them. Especially the color rush once a year was kind of neat.
Yeah.
I felt bad for people when it was like red and green. It was like poor colorblind people couldn't tell who was who. But it was fun, but blue and blue, but too much. The gray.
But this is like the standard. What
they used to do. Yeah,
right.
the Brady era. Because the jerseys are not a little bit. They are different from what they used to have with the Brady era. I'm not a huge fan of them myself. They need a refresh. But yeah, big fan of the gray pants. Had a good time. Gosh, where do you even start with this? Because they've been losing so much, I didn't even pick them because they were doing so bad. But the big thing is, their offensive line played well. They moved Onwenu to right tackle, and Mac actually had time to throw the ball. Hopefully that helps stabilize things a little bit. They definitely they had a lot of motion. They had a lot of speed. They definitely had the Bills off base on defense, which was kind of surprising. And DeMarco Douglas Pop had a great game. And Mac actually had time, like I said, to throw the ball, and it was fun. It was a fun game to watch, because the biggest problem with the Patriots is not only have they been losing, but they've been losing. Like, the Cardinals have been losing, but they've been trying and putting on a decent product. Yeah. The Patriots' product has been bad. Like, football ops has been bad. There's nothing to get excited about. So it was actually a fun way to spend a couple hours on a Sunday afternoon and not just be like, this game fucking sucks.
And Mac gets a game-winning drive.
Yeah, like,
which is a rarity.
I don't want to be like, oh yeah, good for him. But hey, he had his day. He had his first game. They won with the other team. Other team scored 25 points. His first like actual comeback. There's one highlight now. Belichick got his 300th win. And it's against a division rival, which is awesome, which you always like to see. And it was at home. So it was all fun there. But it also shows just how well the Patriots have to play, because in my opinion, they were outplaying the Bills that entire game.
Yeah.
And they were still losing at the within 2 minutes because a stupid fumble by Bourne. And they probably could have ran the clock out, but whatever. Turnovers happen. It was really bad timing.
Yep.
They played well. They should have they had the game won, and then they were still losing. That just shows like they had to play such a good game. And then Mac had a game. And I told you last week against the Raiders when they had the ball at the end, I was like, they're not gonna come back. But at this game, I felt different, because obviously it was like a different tempo of the game. They were playing better play calling. Seems weird that Thornton was he might be bust status already, because he was barely made the field. I think Rager had more snaps than him, and he just got called up the practice squad over Booty, which I thought was interesting. So I think they're just going for speed. But yeah, they caught the Bills napping, and the Bills. And Josh Allen, if you get him to get happy feet, he makes mistakes, and his very first throw of the game was an interception.
I mean, and you look at the Bills too, and like, other than when they beat up on the Dolphins a few weeks ago, they lost to the Jags.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And then they just lost to the Patriots.
Yep.
They are 1-2 away.
Yep. Yeah.
And 4-3 overall. Like,
what are Mac's and the way? What is the Patriots' blueprint since Mac has come on board to win games? They get an early lead, and then they just kind of sit on it. And what happened in this game? They got the ball first. They kicked the field goal. Allen immediately threw an interception. They were up 10-0, and then they just kind of like they played the slow game, you know. And their defense, for what they had, played a decent game against them. There was some really bad tackling in this game, really bad. But you know, they did a little bit better than I expected. I expected it was a Gabe Davis, who always destroys us, to go off, but he didn't. So it was nice. I was happy to see Mac and actually have a pretty decent game. It wasn't anything spectacular. 272 yards, 2 touchdowns, but
again,
no turnovers.
Give them credit too, because the Bills just scored the touchdown.
Yeah,
like it wasn't like he had a game-winning drive and they were down for a while.
Yeah.
And it was like, no, they just gave up a touchdown and had to fucking go all the way down the field, and they did.
And I remember thinking, like, I was like, I don't want to go overtime. Like, don't even kick the field goal if you get to it. Just go for it. But they didn't need to. They got the play to Gesicki, and it was fun. It was a very enjoyable game. It was a nice early game too, so I didn't have to worry about bedtime or anything like that. But yeah, good on them. Get that W. I don't think it's really going to build to anything beyond that, but it shows that they can go out and beat these teams. It shows they can have a game plan. Maybe their offense is starting to come together. Maybe they build off of it. 2 years ago they had a 7-game winning streak. So hey, anything's possible at this point.
2008, anything's possible.
Yeah, good game.
And then we went to New York.
Oh no!
And I got to be honest. Washington coming to New England a few weeks ago, I was like, New England's New England.
Yeah.
Belichick usually has his way with us. I have no faith in that game, and I know that's in 2 weeks. They look fucking dead, and the only reason they even scored a touchdown was because the Giants muffed a punt, and it was like a 22-yard drive, which last week was, remember I said that we had 2 short drives. We had what the hell was it? It was a pick, and then we had Jamison Crowder on the special teams that took it all the way down to like the fucking 10, and then Kendall Fuller got a pick that was on the 30. So he scored 14 points, which is fine. You scored when you should have. But what that tells me is the long drives, they've only scored like one touchdown in the last 2 fucking games. Mm-hmm. The only reason they even put up 7 points. They look fucking dead. The Giants had 5 sacks coming into this week. In 6 games, they got 6 yesterday.
Dude, is it more the line or is it Howell? Is he getting happy feet? Is he not getting rid of it? Is he not throwing it away?
You know what's sick is he's in the shotgun for most of the snaps.
I like the shotgun, but too much shotgun.
But the Giants kept bringing pressure, so they're rushing more than the line.
Yep.
They're getting to him every time. Yeah. Our line is fucking terrible.
It's pretty bad.
It's fucking terrible. And Howell's basically a rookie. He was at the bench last year. It's only his 7th start?
Mm-hmm.
8th start, including the Cowboys game.
Yeah.
I would blame him for some of the throws, maybe holding on to the ball, not being aware of the pocket, collapsing. Some of the blame has to go to him. To me, watching all their games, more of the blame is on the O-line. Yeah. They are fucking terrible. And Washington has not invested in their O-line, and it fucking shows. You let guys like Trent Williams walk and Brandon Sheriff walk. It fucking shows. They look terrible.
Have they drafted anyone or signed anyone?
They have invested more in their defense. So like last year this year was Emmanuel Forbes.
Yep.
So their defense didn't look terrible, but again, you're playing a backup. I know it's Tyrod Taylor, he's a veteran. You're playing a backup.
Yep.
They hadn't scored You want to break your fucking streaks, play Washington.
Yeah.
The Giants hadn't scored a first half touchdown all year. Scored 2.
Yeah.
And then it was something like there was another stat about the touchdowns or something with them, and like, but again, you had a team that their defense wasn't that fucking good.
Right.
5 sacks in 6 games, and you had 6 in this one game.
Is he still on pace to break the record?
He's on pace to smash the record, and not even just fuck the extra game, right? Because by week 16, he'll already have it. So the record is 76. He's on pace for 97. He's getting sacked like five times a week.
Wow.
1 week, I think he got sacked 4 times. Yeah. That was a good week for us.
I mean, you saw the difference in the Patriots game. They had they stabilized the offensive line, and that's why they won.
But that was their weak point too.
Yeah.
But I think that's where the game has been lost. Chase had a good game. I mean, now they're talking about fucking trading him or Sweat. To me, that I don't know if you can keep both of them. I would, I'd keep one of them at least. But yeah, Chase had a good game. The defense didn't play terrible because the Giants aren't that fucking good to me. But again, their defense gives you a shot because they only scored 14 points, and your offense only scored 7 on a muffed punt.
Yep.
They punted in the first half. We had 47 total yards. It was 4 punts and a pick or some fucking bullshit. It was like I think they punted 11 times or something fucking crazy. That was the worst first half the worst half performance I've seen from them in a long fucking time.
Yeah.
And that says a lot because they've sucked my whole life.
And the tough thing is they should have got that at least a first down at the end of the game. The guy dropped it.
I know.
And of course he got rushed.
There's enough to shit on. I'll give him credit. Howell always takes ownership, which you can't say that for a lot of young quarterbacks. He takes ownership. He said, I know a lot of people are going to say Dotson should have had that ball, but I need to put the ball in a better spot. And that's what he should say.
Mm-hmm.
But most of us looking at it is like, yep, he's right. Mm-hmm. But also you got 2 hands on the ball. You're a fucking first-round draft pick.
Yeah.
That was supposed to be like a stud this year.
Yep.
But it goes beyond like, they're constantly playing from behind.
Yeah.
I don't think that they're going to make a move mid-season. It just wouldn't make sense unless they were getting completely fucking demolished. But I think you'll see a complete overhaul of coaching.
Yeah,
Ron's gone.
Yeah, especially with no ownership. Have you seen any differences with Bieniemy? No.
They actually, I was watching 106.7. Shout out 106.7. Yeah. And they said, I think we're through this point this season, we're scoring like 1 more point a game than we did with Scott Turner's offense.
Yeah.
So watching it, we really haven't done much. And again, we scored a lot of points against Atlanta and won that game, but we were set up Like, okay, we can finish drives when we start on the fucking on their 30.
Right.
That's what they did this week. They did it twice last week.
Yeah.
You're not always you can't always rely on fantastic fucking field position to score.
Yeah.
To score points.
I'm just looking at the division, the standings. So we got the commies in third place right now at 3-4. But with that extra wild card spot, you might, depending on what the Vikings do, you're still in play for a wild card spot if you know.
Here's the problem.
Oh no.
I predicted 2-2, right? You win the first two, you lose the second two. We had a streak where we should be 5-2 because, not to say how we played, but schedule wise, we played Chicago, we played Atlanta, and we played the fucking Giants. Giants were 1-5.
Yeah.
The Bears hadn't won a game in a fucking year.
Yeah.
So you should have been 5-2 because now they have to play Philly. They have to come to New England.
Yep.
They still have to play. They have to play Dallas twice and on Thanksgiving, one of those games. They have to play the Rams, the Seahawks, the 49ers, and Miami.
Yeah.
What the fuck do you think they're going to... You couldn't beat Chicago or the fucking Giants?
Well, that's what I said with the Patriots. Like, you have to beat the Raiders and Saints because you have Bills and Dolphins. And, of course, what do? They lose the 2 games. They should have won. Right. They won 1 game. And who knows with the Dolphins? I mean, they're playing Dolphins in Miami. But... yeah,
it's wild. It sucks because they won last week, but when they lost the Chicago game, they lost all the momentum. It's like they really should have won that game. They're 3-4.
There's a big difference between 4-3 and 3-4.
Oh, big time.
Right now, the 4-3 are the Falcons and the 4 seed, and right now the 3-4 is down. All the way down to 9-10 seeds. So yeah,
and again, those other teams that I just mentioned.
Yeah,
I don't have faith in them.
Yeah,
they have talent. Somehow, through all these years, different coaches, different players, different GMs, we are the same fucking team every fucking year. But again, I get really mad about it because they have talent, and it is annoying as a fan.
Yeah.
But what I will say, if there's any fucking bright light here, the glimmer of hope, is we got a new owner.
Yeah, you got a new owner, and he's got funny money. He's got money to spend.
That was our win for the year. So I have to keep telling myself because I'm getting so fucking angry. Yeah. But we got a new owner. They bought the team in July. They're not going to fucking fire the coaches and shit. Right. Now you got to go through this season. And
I mean, you see it. You saw it with Kroenke owning the Rams. He's got tons of money. So like, and there is a cap, but the more money you have, the more more guaranteed in contracts. You can push stuff out, and not to say that because obviously what's his name, the last owner had the money too, but he spent stupidly. As long as you're giving it to actual talented people, not just like looking for the Deion Sanders of the world, number 38, or whatever he was. So something can happen, and he seems like he's going to give it over to football minds, and not just like his buddies and stuff. So I think they'll be okay.
I know that's again, Washington fans. That's our win for the year. Yeah. I know it sucks because we have to watch this fucking bullshit again, but at least we have a new owner.
Right.
Every other fucking year, we would be bitching about that too. So at least we have one less thing to bitch about. And that was...
The 49ers are driving to score, and McCarthy fumbled again.
Ooh, the Vikings up 10-0. How are you?
I said McCarthy. He hadn't fumbled in like 1,000 touches. Now he fumbles twice in 2 weeks. Ooh, interesting.
He's hurt.
Vikings up 7-0.
Bengals, Cowboys, Titans, Jets, Panthers, Texans were all on.
I made the mistake of picking that game, the 49ers Vikings, as my money pick. Forgot I shouldn't have done that. So thank you. Should not have done that. With it being Monday Night Football, so now I can't say if I won or lost. Not looking good so far, but hey, it's a long game. But I'll not do Monday Night Football next time. I should have picked Thursday Night Football. I told you. Why did you let me do that?
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I picked the Saints. I fucked up.
That's true. You did fuck up.
Well,
sorry, Julian.
It's all good. All right. So, where do you want to move? You want to move to our?
What we got? What are we doing on time?
Beer Fantasy Hots.
Beer Fantasy Hots.
Tell me. Wait.
So I got the biggest little beer in the union. An RIPA.
Rhode Island PA. The Rhode Island Police Academy.
Yeah. Pale ale, Rhode Island Pale Ale, whatever it is. Funny thing is, it's not actually brewed in Rhode Island. It's brewed in Connecticut.
That's the most Rhode Island thing I've ever fucking heard.
Brewed by 12%, North Haven, Connecticut. I guess it's in New England, which is neat. Pale ale, yeah, with Galaxy plus Citra, whatever that means. I don't know. Like I said, it was local-ish. I just saw Rhode Island. I didn't realize that it was in Connecticut, but whatever.
That's okay. Then Narragansett has a brewery in Providence, and they don't have the original because that's still brewed in New York. Mm-hmm. So that's your beer of the week.
Yeah. What you got?
Some high quality H2O.
Now for next, I got to figure out for next week because this is the last one I had like new.
Would you do a mix of 6?
No.
Oh, okay.
I just get the 6.
Oh, you just all right.
Well, yeah, I always have Athletic kind of on standby just because it's a non-alcoholic. So I can just like grab it like it's a water.
Fair.
This one I just get the 6s and just like usually I watch them for like the game or something like that.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Next week I'll. I am terrible.
It's funny. It's just an excuse for me to drink different beers.
I respect it. It's just I always have to like. I don't always have it in the house, so I have to remember to go to the store.
Yeah, like I haven't bought in a while, so I just gotta find something new. Or maybe I might repeat next week for the first time. Although, have I repeated? I don't know. We'll see.
No, you've had different flavors of Athletic.
Yeah,
but that doesn't count.
I'll get that Athletic Light next time because that's Bud Light flavor.
All right. Do we have a hot take?
We do have a hot take. Let's go back and read through. Let's go back and read through the historical hot takes. Week 2, Wilson gets benched.
Still holding out hope.
I know. Week 3, the Dolphins will implode. I think this one we've changed one a little, not changed, but better explain that they're only beating up on bad teams, which seems to be holding pretty true.
Fair enough.
The Patriots will make a blockbuster trade, more of just a regular trade, but hey, still counts. Mac Jones can't do anything without weapons like Brady in 2019. He did okay yesterday. Like I said, he didn't do the best game in the world, 272 2 touchdowns, but he managed no interceptions. That's the important thing.
Right.
Brock Purdy is a product of his system. Debo is hurt again. McCaffrey's not doing great, and hey, they're losing 7-0. So we'll
10.
See.
Is it 10?
Is it 10? Last I saw it was 7.
I thought it was 10, but I could be wrong.
You could be right. Then this week,
10-0.
Ooh, look at that. Week number 7, we got Sorry. So I'm so sorry. Deshaun Watson is faking his injury.
Well, all right. So we need to clarify. How would we ever know this?
Because if you go back and watch, so I saw this clip earlier. If you go back and watch the clip of him getting tackled to the ground, so last week we talked about it. He had like a contusion-like thing in his shoulder. He was cleared. According to Stefanski, he was cleared.
Yeah.
Didn't play for like 2 weeks. And then this game, he gets pushed, hits his head on the ground. I'm going to go away from the mic. Hits his head on the ground. You can see in the clip, if you watch it, he looks to see what happened to the pass. And then he goes, and then he goes limp. He goes limp. And then he went to concussion protocol. He was cleared. Didn't go back in.
But what would they say it was? Shoulder?
Yeah. But it wasn't shoulder.
I did. All right.
These are hot takes, okay? These aren't cold takes.
No. These are scorching conspiracy theories. I do like it. The problem is I would like to, like, the Russ one. If he gets benched, we can prove it. Okay. The Dolphins, we're proving it right
There's
now.
more here. I missed something. She said he won't be the starter next year. That'll let us know. That'll let us know.
That's a hot take. With all that fucking money?
Yeah. Huh? Was he?
What do you think? Trade? I mean, you know,
no one's gonna trade for that contract.
No,
I mean, he might just be like, oh, I'm tired. I'm so.
But it's guaranteed. So if they cut him, like, how the fuck does that work?
I think they got to pay him. Unless, so if maybe there's like injury, and maybe if they get like some sort of injury designation, they can get like some insurance recoup on it. That's my only assumption.
Okay.
But we'll see. I mean, he's played. I looked at the stats. I wish I had them in front of me. I should have wrote it down. But he has played terrible. It's in his start. He's like 11 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. It's not $200 million, whatever dollars it is.
He cashed in on that not the last year with the Texans, the year before the scandal bullshit.
Yeah.
He cashed the fuck in off of that.
And he didn't play for 2 years.
Right.
It's any game is hard, you know, when you step away from it for 1 year, never mind 2. I mean, good. He should have, because he's a garbage human. And she thinks they should have kept Dobbs, who's in Arizona now.
Yeah.
Or
Baker.
Yeah. Baker goes out, and now he bleeped himself because he played injured and played crap because of it.
Yeah.
And then they kicked him out of town. He probably should have tried to sit down.
Right.
You know, he took them to the first playoff run in 20, 30 years. Like, that should be worth something.
Did they make the playoffs with McCoy? I thought they did.
I don't know if I don't think
or
so.
Or who was it?
They went 10-6.
Derek Anderson?
They went 10-6 and they missed the playoffs.
Oh.
Yeah. Yep.
Was it Derek Anderson?
Yeah, it was Derek Anderson. And
I thought
Braylon Edwards. Braylon Edwards was the wide receiver for that team.
Yeah.
Good year. Yeah, missed the playoffs that year. I don't think they went to the playoffs since like 90. No, yeah, you know what the last playoff win was when Bill Belichick was the head coach and they beat the Patriots in 1994.
They didn't go to the playoffs with Colt McCoy?
I don't know, maybe. I don't think so. Maybe they went to the playoffs but didn't win.
Again, because I thought that they gave up on Colt, and I was like, he at least brought him to the playoff, or they were doing better, and they gave up on Colt McCoy. Don't quote me on that, but you could look it up and see if I'm bullshitting you.
I'm going to look right now. I'm looking right now.
Okay.
Let's see here. We got the Cleveland Browns playoff history from Pro Football Reference.
It's very, very top heavy.
Yes. The 2020 playoffs, they actually went through. They beat the Steelers 48-37. And then they lost to the Chiefs 17-22. Oh, they went in 2002. But they lost to the Steelers 33-36. Don't know who the quarterback was then.
2000
wasn't Couch. Tim Couch, was it?
2002.
They were very new because their first year back was 99.
It wasn't. Derek Anderson was after that?
I think so. I think he was like 2006.
So it might have been Tim Couch?
Let's look at the box score. Just click the internet.
I'm so interested.
They were, gosh, this is not easy. Kelly Holcomb was their quarterback. He went 26 for 43, 429 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception.
Damn. Okay. All right. Yeah. Well, maybe Colt was had them on somewhat of an up and up.
Yeah, maybe that's what it was. Yeah,
and I just kind of overinflated
And then their first playoff win was 1994 when Bill Belichick was their head coach, and they beat the Patriots 20-13. So he took them to the first playoff win in 20 years, and they kicked him to the curb, signed the dirt bag, and now.
Well, that's what you guys are trying to do to Bill now. Poor guy just got his 300th win, and you guys are trying to run him out of town. And then they come out with the report that he's secretly
off-season lucrative contract extension.
Yeah,
what? I mean, they're not. Kraft has said he's going to let him do. You know, he can decide when he's done. But my only thing, and this is again, it's all like who knows what happens behind closed doors? You know, who knows what they talk about? Mm-hmm. But it's like my thought is he has some sort of plan in place, and he's just telling Kraft, just let me put it together. I don't know. Hopefully they spend more money, but we'll see.
I could see it. All right. Yeah. All right. Well, I do appreciate the hot take.
Me too.
That
it's always the good thing, and I'll make this clear when we chat. I'll be like, we need something. We need to know. We need to be able to define. Or see the hot take is true. So they're not being a starter next year. Yes, we can do that.
Yeah.
It'll take a while to get there, but yeah, that makes more sense. I got what you're saying.
Yeah. I love the inner working conspiracy theories. Yeah. It's just I don't think we could ever ever really prove it.
Yep, I got you.
We can prove if he's not the starter next year.
Yep.
And that's interesting to see who their starter would be.
Yep. Agreed.
I have to get used to these. Into the fantasy corner.
Yeah. I'll just start real quick before we get into Cheese League because I didn't have much to talk about in my money leagues. I had 5 guys on bye. I had CeeDee Lamb on bye, Chase on bye. It was ugly. I had to put a patchwork lineup together.
Yeah.
I scored very low and not all time low, which was good. It was a respectable performance, but I lost by 20. So nothing to talk about there.
Yeah. I was playing Cheese in another league and he's got Madison in. He's also got the 49ers defense. So I'm already losing, so unless he gets some negative points, I'm not going to win that one. And then I'm playing you in the Cheese League, and
this is really it's funny. I'm losing by 50. I have my kicker going, but he has -1.
Well, because you know what? Herbert fucked you because he threw 2 picks.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it was actually close other than that. Yeah. And I got Kirk going. Kirk already threw a pick.
Yeah, he's got a touchdown, though. But, I need Moody to kick 2 40-yard field goals, and I'll be all right.
So he already missed one, so you lost 1 point. But in the Cheese League, you're never really out of it because the kickers can get you fucking 82 points.
Yep. That's true. So shout out Cheese.
That is the...
Is Cheese listening? Does he know we shout him out every
You know
week?
what? I don't know. I think Greg said that he hasn't listened yet.
Oh,
didn't he tell us that?
He did.
He also told us that he was ready to play cards, and then within less than a week, he said, "I can't play that day." Like, okay. I don't know if Cheese listens, but if he listens, shout out.
Shout out Cheese.
We listen.
I shout him out literally every week.
We reference Cheese. We reference Greg. We reference MVP, and none of them listen.
Yep. And Cheese and I went to the Patriots training camp together, so we have a bond. We have a Patriots training camp bond, even though he's a Jets fan. We went together. We broke bread over Mac Jones playing terrible practice football, and we took our sons. It was fun.
That is adorable. And, well, maybe he does listen. We'll never know. We'll have to ask him.
We'll have to say something on the show that only, and then we'll ask him about it after.
Oh, yeah,
hey, yeah, it was so funny when we talked about it, right? see how he responds.
I know he listens to the other one sometimes, so we'll see. I mean, we're playing MVP's tune. And she's
I'm more upset by that one out of all of them.
I mean, that's your family now.
It's true.
And they're not even fucking listening. We're playing their original tunes. Not even listening.
Oh gosh.
And
look into the future. NFL.
Did you scour this yet for a money pick? Because I didn't.
I did a little bit, yeah.
You did? Okay.
Yeah, I got. Now I just remember not to pick the Monday night game. I think I already got an idea of who I'm going with.
I don't have an idea.
On the pick. Oh yeah, I know. Oh yeah. I'm not sure how I feel about it, but we'll see. We'll get there. The thing is too with the I'm trying to look for a reason, to make it a little more fun. Like, hey, why are you doing that? So we'll get there.
Sure.
All right. So first game of the week, already into week 8. Oh my goodness! If this were 2 years ago, we'd already be halfway through the season.
This is crazy.
So week 8. After this, I know was it week 10. 9 and 10 is the Germany games. Patriots are week 10 Germany. So and then we have the bye, and I think we play you guys after that. Anyway, week 8, Prime Video. We have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers traveling to the Buffalo New York Bills. Bills are 8.5-point favorites.
I'm gonna go Bills, but the spread. If I was doing spread, that extra 1.5 is a little.
Yep.
And the Bills look like shit, but they're at home, and Baker's fucked me a couple times.
Yeah, no, you're right. They're at home, and they're embarrassed. The Patriots just embarrassed them, and there's nothing to be ashamed about. Any given Sunday, baby. That's the NFL. That is what makes the NFL. That's what makes the NFL so good.
Fair enough.
That kind of stuff can happen. So I'm going Bills on that one. And usually with those Thursday night football games, usually the more talented team wins out. Excuse me.
Sure.
And then we got the Buccaneers traveling home from LA, or they were home against who'd they play?
They were.
The Falcons?
I thought they were at.
They were out. Yeah, they're Atlanta. They didn't have to travel far then. Okay, sorry. Okay, 1 o'clock games. We got the Los Angeles Rams traveling to the Dallas Cowboys, coming off their bye. The Dallas Cowboys are 6.5-point favorites.
I'd like to be wrong here, but I'm going to go.
I know.
Dallas.
Me too. The Rams, like you said earlier, have just not been doing it for us.
Again, the later the season goes, the more Dallas starts to fucking go down. But I don't have faith in the Rams.
Yep. Next, we have the Minnesota Vikings traveling to the Green Bay Packers. And no spread yet because the Vikings are playing. I'm going Vikings because the Packers, what I've seen of them, have not looked good. The Vikings, especially if they pull this one out here, have looked better lately. So I'm going to go Vikings, even though it's at Green Bay.
I know, I hate to continue picking the same, but I'm also going to pick the Vikings. I just think that when it comes down to it, they have a more established team. Not that they're good. Mm-hmm. They're more established. They should win that game.
Yep.
But again, divisional game, you never fucking know.
Yeah, I agree. All right. Then we got the Atlanta Falcons traveling to the 4-3 Falcons traveling to the Tennessee Titans. These are two of your favorite teams, and the Falcons are 2-point favorites.
The Falcons are 2-point favorites?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, give me the Titans all day.
Oh, I was going to go with the Titans. They're at home.
Listen, it just works the way it works.
They're going, so the Titans are at home, and they're coming off a bye, so I'm going with the Titans.
Yeah, fuck it. Give them some love. I always hate on them.
Yeah. And then we got these two
bums.
Yeah, man. This is a good one.
Damn.
We got the New Orleans Saints traveling to the Indianapolis Colts. The Colts are 1-point favorites. I'm going with the Colts. I said it first, so. The reason for that is the Saints are the Aints again.
God, they so are.
Yeah.
They so are. And, like, I know they lost, but they also threw up 38 points.
Yeah.
The Colts.
Yeah.
I'll go
Minshew.
Saints just to be different.
Okay.
Here. Doesn't,
All right.
listen,
Minshew revenge game. Minshew.
I know. I was 0 for 2 on that. I'm jumping off the fucking wagon. The Saints fucked me last week, but whatever.
Next, we have the New England Patriots traveling to the Miami Dolphins. You know what? I'm back, baby. Let's go. we are so back.
We're so
Let's
back.
go, Patriots.
What an idiot. I'm gonna go Dolphins, but because of the way the Dolphins just got humbled and the Patriots got a big win at home,
so
I could see it.
Yeah, so I mean the Dolphins are 9.5-point favorites. So if you were a betting man, you'd probably just take the Patriots to cover.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Lose by less than 10 or
Sure.
9.5, whatever. Cool.
You never know because again, Miami's like one fucking injury away. Tua goes down, they're fucked.
Yep.
But we'll go Miami. Fuck it.
And then next, we have
the fucking bum.
the New York Jets.
Ooh, wait. Sorry, dude, I gotta remember this.
The New York Jets traveling to the New York Football Giants.
They don't have to travel too far.
That's correct. So this is a home away game for the New York Jets.
Two New York teams playing in Jersey.
Yep. And I'm going to continue to take the New York Jets to cover that 3-point
Wow. Okay.
point spread. Because the Commanders just held the Giants to 14 points, and I imagine the Jets will do even better, and they're going to be up because they're feeling good, and the Giants are still really bad. Didn't really show me anything in that game, unfortunately. So going with the Jets, and I think Zach's starting to find something.
The Giants are that bad. They played better with Tyrod.
Yeah,
honestly,
I'm hoping that Daniel Jones is back. Honestly,
I know because Daniel. Well, they were saying that like he hadn't scored a fucking first half touchdown.
Yep.
I don't know if he's 100%. I would think that he might be playing. It's likely that he plays, but I will. Again, Washington's O-line is fucking terrible, but I'll give the Giants defense when they bring the pressure.
Yeah. So how does this work? Do the Jets have to sit in the visitor locker room? That's going to be awkward.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yep.
So in Los Angeles, the Chargers have their own locker room, different from the Rams. And then there's also a
maybe they do it that way.
I wonder.
They are technically, I mean, that's kind of a slap in the face too. It's like you're there for, but actually it's like it's neither here nor there because the Giants and Jets are going to draw the same crowd, I would assume. I'm going to go with the Giants on this one.
I'm curious to see what happens. I mean, the Giants are to my understanding, are the more popular New York team or New York City team, I should say.
Yeah.
Because they both play in New Jersey. Let's be honest here. But that's because the Jets with the AFL and stuff. So yeah.
Listen, Cheese. I hope I'm wrong. I would love the Jets to win that game, but I will say the Giants.
All right. And then at the 1:00 game, we have the Jacksonville Jaguars traveling to the negative 24-point differential Pittsburgh Steelers. Jacksonville 2.5-point favorites.
Call me crazy.
You're crazy.
Steelers.
You are crazy. I'm going Jaguars.
Listen. I know that I have picked against the Jaguars for 3 weeks, and they have won every game. And I don't know why I'm picking the Steelers. Because I knew you were going to pick the Jags.
Yeah.
And the Steelers are at home.
I like that we're having our own trends here. Like we're starting to see it.
Listen, and again, I root for their success, especially with the fucking. I always feel bad with the Urban Meyer year.
Yep.
And they had a good team before he was there, but whatever. I'm making a pick. I'm going Pittsburgh. Fuck it. Yeah. I don't believe in Pittsburgh either.
20 and 20. The thing I feel for the Jags is against the Patriots in that AFC Championship game, they totally should have won that game because there was a fumble. I don't know how they messed it up.
Oh yeah.
There was a fumble.
Yeah.
The Patriots fumbled.
Yeah.
And they should have lost that game. But
yeah.
Who's keeping count?
Oops.
Oopsie.
Oopsie.
Next, we have the Philadelphia Eagles traveling to 3-4, 1-2 at home, Washington Redskin football team Commanders.
Brave Redskin football team Commanders.
Brave Redskin football team Commanders, yeah. Oh, God, I'm going to do it. I'm doing it. because the Commanders played them so well in that first game. Should have won. Should have went for 2. They blew it. They're at home. I don't know why I'm doing this, but I'm going to go with the Commanders. This is the last time, though. I'm not doing it again if they lose. Last time. I'm doing it for you. And they do this. They lose. They look bad, and then, pull one out.
Because it's a divisional game. Anything could happen, but my God. The problem is, it depends on who they put on A.J. Brown. I hope that they fucking learn that Forbes he hasn't started.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully they know that. God, if I'm picking by logic, I've watched these guys and they look fucking terrible. Washington cannot, again, everybody's overinflating because they won that game against Atlanta. And it was like, if you didn't have the fucking pick and you didn't have the special team, their offense has done nothing.
Yeah. You know what?
But it's hard for me to pick against them.
Any given Sunday.
Hard for me to pick against
them. Now, you're going to be careful because this is the 1 o'clock game on Fox. Well, actually, excuse me.
No. Dad's got the box now, so
okay.
We can watch the
It doesn't matter, though, because the Cowboys are at 1 on Fox, and they'll definitely be the game. That stupid team is always on TV.
I don't understand it, but God, I can't pick against them, dude. I just can't. I'm going Redskins.
Go with your heart.
It's like the most fucking illogical move.
They played well against them in Philadelphia, so
it just wouldn't be. It's hard for me to pick against them.
Yeah. Okay. So then we got the next 1 o'clock game here. We have the Houston Texans, the 3-3 Houston Texans traveling to the 0-6 Carolina Panthers, the number 1 and number 2 pick. So this is the number 1. The 2 quarterbacks playing each other, the 1 and 2 pick, which would be good to see. I'm going Texans, Panther. Well, actually, I'm not even sure if what's his name's playing, but Bryce Young. He's been playing. The Panthers, I feel like, been playing a little. They've been playing hard. They're up 14-0 against the Dolphins, but reminder, they do not have their first overall. They do not have their first round pick, so they're not tanking. That's for sure.
That's an odd line, though, huh?
What was that? I missed it.
3.
Yeah,
for Houston.
Yeah,
I'm gonna pick Houston.
Yeah, I'm going Texans. Excuse me.
I honestly, I'm still scouring for my Joker pick.
Adam Thielen is killing it, and I'm loving it. I'm loving Thielen. That was my best waiver wire pickup so far. Actually, he was a free agent pickup, not even waiver wire. Then next, we have the 4-2 Browns traveling to the 4-2 Seattle Seahawks. I feel like the Browns' magic has to run out soon, and I'm going with this game. I'm going with the Seahawks.
Yeah, I am too. I can't see.
The Browns squeaked out the last 2 wins by the skin of their teeth between the 40-1-yard field goal miss.
Yeah.
Which in this day's NFL should have been a chip shot with the 49ers. And then last week by 1. And especially if their backup's playing again, which I don't see. PJ Walker, I love him, XFL legend, but, eventually that magic runs out. It did with the Panthers, and it's going to do it again.
Yeah, the Seahawks should win this one. Again, they're quietly 4-2. I don't have the Browns. To me, are good for them. They're 4-2, but they're another team where, again, the Deshaun thing. I don't know where they go from here.
Yep.
But I am going to go with the Seahawks.
Good choice. Good choice.
The popular pick.
And that was actually the first 4 o'clock game. And then we traveled to 4:25. And the Kansas City Chiefs are traveling and going to continue to beat up on their interdivisional rivals, the Denver Broncos. At least in my opinion, their Chiefs are just going to continue to beat up that division. You got something? Future.
This could be the game.
Oh,
this could be the game.
The hot take.
If they get fucking blown out, which I can't say because it doesn't get worse than the Miami game.
Yep.
But if they're getting fucking annihilated,
at home,
the hot take.
Taylor Swift is in the house.
T Swift in the house.
They're going to want to do something dramatic.
Mile high.
Yeah. Although she'll take the heat off of them a little bit probably. But yeah.
Here's a question too. And I'll pose this to Jess. Does Jess watch? Because she has a hot take. She has a whole segment in this.
Yes, she does watch. Okay. Yeah, she watches.
The question for you and then also for Jess. What do you think, both of you, pretending that she's here.
Yeah.
What do you think happens first? Russ gets benched or Sean Payton gets fired?
Sean Payton gets fired.
You think that happens first?
Personally, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I could.
Yeah.
I don't know if he makes it out of this season. They might, but I think to a fault.
Only because the coaches they're owned by the Waltons, right? the Waltons of Walmart fame.
Yes.
Yeah. So money is no object to them.
No.
So firing Peyton is nothing. But getting rid of benching Wilson is one thing, but like cutting him or whatever, it's like $30 million in dead cap. And again, money is no object, but it messes up their salary cap, and they have to push stuff out and make funny money work and yada yada yada.
Yeah.
But I could see them just being like, whatever, get rid of the guy, and we'll start fresh with a new hot young coach or something.
I could see it. I like it.
But Jess, I'll pose the same question to you, and we'll see what you say.
You might be right, but I also think that this could be the game. So I am picking the Chiefs. I'm picking the Kansas City Swifts.
Do you think she's traveling that game?
Oh yeah,
yeah, big time.
Yeah, because what the fuck would CBS show? They'd have to show the whole fucking game if she wasn't there. My problem is, like, I feel like people maybe take this the wrong way. I'm not hating on Taylor Swift.
Right.
I'm hating on the idolizing of celebrity here. That's what I hate.
Yeah.
Nothing against Swift.
She's a lovely woman.
Perfect. Yes, I'm sure she's great. Yeah. And I like some of her songs. It's fine.
Yeah.
But this is a problem.
This is a problem.
It's like I don't get mad at the dogs. I get mad at the dog owners.
Oh, yeah.
But people think I hate pets.
Yeah.
No, I just hate you.
Right.
As the owner. This is what I hate here.
Yep.
Who are you going with? You going with the Broncos?
Oh, God, no. No. The Chiefs, I mean, people talk about we'll save this for an off-season show. I have the link here, the myth of the easy AFC East, FYI. I have not forgotten that. I know we talked about it like 4 episodes ago. Have not forgotten that.
Okay.
That's an off-season topic. But the Chiefs are beating up on that division, and they're going to, I think they've won like how many in a row now, and they're going to continue to do so.
Okay.
The Patriots have beaten the Jets 14 times in a row. I'm pretty sure the Chiefs have beaten the Broncos just as many times in a row. So that's going to continue. And I'm curious to see what the Chiefs' record is, or what the teams they've beaten, because I feel like every time we look at this, I never think like, oh, the Chiefs played a good team this week. They're always playing trash.
Yeah.
They're all trash. Chiefs. Then next we have the surprisingly 5-2 Baltimore Ravens traveling to the 1-6 Cardinals. Gonna say Ravens on this one. Sorry, Cardinals, your magic has run out.
Yeah, shout out to Dobbins and the Cardinals. They're trying. Listen, they have more fight than sometimes I see in Washington.
Yeah, like I said, especially with the Patriots, like not only were they losing, they were playing a very boring brand of football. At least the Cardinals were putting up a fight.
Right.
But I couldn't even name, besides James Conner and obviously Dobbs, the quarterback, I couldn't name one other player on the Cardinals. So
I'm going with Ravens.
Yep. Excuse me. The next we have at 4:25 again, Cincinnati Bengals coming off their bye, traveling to the San Francisco 49ers. Ooh, I'm curious to see who is going to be.
Joker pick of the week.
Yeah.
Pick of the Bengals.
Oh.
I think the Niners are the Joker pick.
Wait. Whoa, those are the 49ers are the Joker pick.
The 49ers are my Joker pick of the week.
Okay, wow.
Yep, I'm going big or go the fuck home, Johnny Tsunami style. So, Bengals are coming off the bye.
Yep.
I feel like Burrow needed that week.
Yeah, okay.
You never know what the fuck's going on with Debo and CMC. I think they are losing right now, but they're going to be at home.
They're currently losing 7-16 at half. Are the wheels falling off? Is the shine off of Brock Purdy? Is it happening? Is the other hot take happening?
It could be.
Mm-hmm.
So also, like, because they're losing at the moment of this recording, does it look like I'm hedging? Does it look like I have insider information because they're losing this game?
What, you literally see into the future?
No, fuck it. The Bengals.
No, because if 2 weeks ago, if you told me, like, oh, I was going to pick the 49ers for my Joker pick in 2 weeks, I'd be like, you're crazy. You're the Joker. But no, I can see this.
Yeah, okay.
I like
so that's my Joker pick of the week. I'm picking the Bengals. There's no spread because the Niners are playing right now.
That's right. And the 49ers, I mean, to be fair, they are 3-0 at home. Right now they're losing on the road. So, hey.
So it's an accurate.
It's a good one. And,
it's a long shot.
Then next we have, unfortunately.
You're picking the Niners, right?
Oh, I never even said what I was picking, did I?
You didn't.
I did not. Oh, my goodness.
You siding with the Jokers?
I think I might be because I said I was going to start siding with the Jokers, and I'm going to because your Joker pick has been correct every single week. So why haven't I been? I'm going with the Bengals. Chase, my boy, and I think they were starting to figure something out even before they took the bye. And like you said, his calf is continuing to heal, and I think they're looking good. And the wheels might be falling off in Santa Clara.
Sorry, did you place your bet with your money?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm
just keeping you honest.
No.
I'm just keeping you honest.
Do you need to see the slip?
No. Because a couple weeks ago, you didn't do it at the moment, and then you did it. So I was just making sure you did it. I didn't even see it.
Thanks. You watch back the video. You'll see it. You'll see me press some buttons.
And I'll keep you honest there.
All right, thanks. I appreciate that. Let me just double check. No, it's there. It's there. My money pick from last week is not looking
bullshit.
good.
That's a meme I sent you earlier.
Oh gosh. The next week, unfortunately, the 8:20 NBC Sunday Night Football game is the Chicago Bears traveling to the Los Angeles Chargers. This game's gonna be bad. This is not gonna be a good game.
I'm surprised at that spread.
Yeah, me too. So my guess is because Fields is still hurt. That's probably why.
But I do understand. Yep. But that's giving the Chargers, who didn't play well last week, a lot of fucking credit for an 8.5 point spread.
Yep.
I will take the Chargers.
Me too. I said this before. It's two middling teams. I'll typically just go with the home team and kind of hope for the best.
They don't even have a home.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. There probably will be more Bears fans if we're being honest. Also, the Bears, I love it. They've they've always had the bear face in the C. The C, I mean, sometimes it's on their helmet, but everywhere else it's the bear.
Yeah,
it's all bear all the time, which is great.
Shout out Bear.
Shout out Bear. Go Bear. R.I.P. Bear. My old family dog. And then the Monday Night Football game, which also not a great game. We'll see. It's the Oakland, Los Angeles, Las Vegas Raiders traveling to the Detroit Lions. Lions are 8-point favorites. I typically, especially with I feel like you see a good team and they have a really bad game, they usually rebound pretty well. So that's why I'm going Lions. And they haven't let me down yet, except for last week.
This is the game where I hop on the bandwagon because I picked against them and it failed me, and then last week it did pay off. But the Raiders are so like they're 3-4, and they're like a Washington 3-4. Like they have no fucking identity.
Yep.
They just can't get it fucking going. That's my long answer for saying I am going with Motor City Dan Campbell and the Lions of Detroit, Michigan.
That's a good choice. I don't think there's any teams on bye. I don't see any.
I don't either. I don't understand. So they did two teams, then they did 6, and now there's nobody on bye?
Yeah. That's weird.
Dude, I don't understand. What the fuck? Yeah, I don't think so. Wait.
I don't see anyone.
No, our division's
no one's on bye. Everyone's playing. We got a full slate of games. Word. And then and then the next week we got some Germany games, so yeah.
Is it next week?
No, it'll be 2 weeks, excuse me. Week 9, sorry. I shouldn't talk about that. Week 9 and week 10.
Ew, it's the Dolphins Chiefs.
That's actually be a good game. That is going to be a good. Now I can't wait. Well, we'll talk about that next week. That's going to be a good game because that's the game of the two teams playing shitty teams and winning.
Yeah, but then it's like you don't even. But then you take those two good teams that are beating shit teams and you put them in fucking Germany. Right. So like I'm not even going to get to see the true version of.
Yeah, that's fair.
Suck.
That's fair.
And that's the scary week because that's the week that Washington comes home.
Yeah, and then we travel to Germany. So yeah, we're going to talk about next week. But yeah, good slate. The NFL is very unpredictable, which is what makes it so fun. And hopefully we continue to see some of that unpredictability.
Talk about predictability.
Yeah, talk about it.
Right there. Okay. Yeah, this will be up every Tuesday by noon. I can't always guarantee. Noon is the latest, but I try to get them up earlier. Like, comment, share, subscribe. The audio goes up sometime.
Pretty soon after the video. I wait for the video because I wait for your description and I just copy and paste.
Fair enough. Sometimes I have to like rerun through the list to see what the
I have it like
take was.
Pretty ready to go, and then we're good. But yeah, it'll be up pretty soon after the video. So
fair enough. And if MVP or Cheese or Greg listen to this, leave a comment. Yeah. Comment something.
So anything. Literally
anything. Also, I mean, you've shared this with your fantasy people, right?
Yeah.
So we're getting some viewage. So shout out to everybody who's actually been watching.
Yeah, we appreciate all of you. My fantasy folks, they usually hear my hot takes like during the week because I just talk about it like in the fantasy chat. So,
that's a good thing. Comment too. Let us know what your hot take is.
Yeah, we'll read it on air.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
We'll chat about it.
We'll read it on air.
We'll tell you if we agree with you or disagree. Good times.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it.
Don't do it.
I'm not doing it.
Don't do it.
We're just going to end in silence because somebody doesn't watch.
Yeah.